everyone, welcome to Christmas in July. If you didn't see my Tuesday project, it was my first of the Christmas in July projects, and you know I do this every year, so we are going to be doing some Christmas projects this month because yeah, it's July. I can't believe it's July. But this is the box I'm sharing today, and I've made these boxes before. I modified this one to make it even better. One thing I did not like about these boxes was that you can, when you close it, you can see inside the box here. I don't like when it's open here, and it's not as professional looking to me. So what I did was I added these flaps, but this is a flat fold box. So y'all, these are perfect for getting ready right now. Make a bunch of them, have them ready. You can even decorate them if you want, or you can wait to decorate them, but you have them all made ready to go. So it folds flat like that. I just used a magnet on this one. You can use Velcro. If it's going to a child, I recommend Velcro, but if it's just going to a family member, a coworker, something like that, I use the magnets, which I'll link in the description. I always have them linked, and I also have the Velcro linked. But look how cute it is. This is a new stamp set that goes with our, do you remember the sweet jar? Let me grab it really quick. So this is the sweet jar, and I love this one. I did a little 3D project with this one. I'll try to link it in the description because it was a really popular one. And this, now we have this one right here, the Jar of Joy. Look how cute it is. You can put the snowman, these little ornaments in here. And this is the gingerbread. It's a two-step stamp. And I'm using May Your Heart Be Filled with Joy, but you can put sending a jar full of cheer, wishing you the sweetest Christmas. Isn't this so cute? This is available now. It's an online exclusive. And what I'm using other than that is the Wonderful Thoughts, and it's just for these hearts, y'all. I wanted to put these hearts on there, and then the fancy border dies, which is for this little border on the edge here, which you can put on, or if you can leave it off, but I love the little extra touch it gives it. All right, so that is everything. So those of you who don't know me, my name is Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's Christmas in July. I've been doing this for several years now, and yeah, we're doing Christmas in July. I have a couple of really cute projects coming up. This one's a pretty good one for doing ahead of time. I love that. All right, so what you're going to need for this, by the way, if you are new, there's an inspiration sheet on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. You can download and print it. It's got all the measurements and the supplies needed for this. All right, so you're going to need one piece that is 7 by 8 3/4. This is real red. And by the way, this designer series paper is in the last chance list. If you want it, grab it. I love this paper. We had it last year, so it's going away. But look at this paper, both sides. I love this. I wish it was staying. I don't have a lot of Christmas paper because we just didn't come out with our holiday catalog yet. So we just have some new online exclusive, but look how pretty it is. And this is on clearance, and it is discounted. All right, so that's what I'm using. It is called the Take a Bow Designer Series paper. All right, so you need one of those that is 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, and two that are 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I just cut a 1-inch piece of real red, and I ran through the border die that I used for this, which is this one. This one's one of my very favorite. So I use that, and I use the side that is scalloped. I cut 2 hearts out of pecan pie and 2 out of real red. First thing we're going to do is stamp, and we're going to get our pieces all ready to go. On this jar, I used some glossy accents for this, but this time I'm not going to put all that on because this takes overnight to dry, the glossy accents, because there's a lot on there. So I'm just going to do a regular jar, and we're going to use that this time. I am using basic gray for the jar, so I'm going to stamp the jar. Let me grab my mat really quick here. This mat always helps. And so I'm going to do a jar, and then I am going to use real red. Oh, I'm going to do the lid of the jar too. And if you want to make a matrix for this, because it's a punch, but I like doing it separate, y'all. I'm not good with the matrices. I can't line it up good enough. So you do whatever you like to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and use pecan pie for our little ginger. This is so cute. And this is two-step stamping if you're new to stamping. You just do one, you line it up with the other one in real red. And it's really easy to line up. If you have a MISTI, you can do a bunch of these at one time. And there's our little red background. And oh, let me do the sentiment as well. I did use the basic gray for that. So let's flip that. And let's put it over here so I can cut it. I'm just going to cut it really straight. This little mat, it makes your images very clear. It really helps, and it's so inexpensive. All right, let's grab the scissors, and I'm going to cut this out first. See if I can do this straight. Let's just cut that. Not too bad. Straighten it a little bit. I'm so particular about, I'm not the best at cutting straight. All right, I think that's good. Set that one aside. And oh, what did I do? I forgot to put this in the jar. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh my goodness. Y'all are probably yelling at me to do that. Let's go ahead. Oh no, let's just put it in the jar. Let's just restamp the gingy and the thing. This is easier. Oh my gosh, I put it outside the jar. You have to put it inside the jar, y'all. So it's easier to line it up this way. Look how cute it is. You can leave it like that. It's adorable. And then let's do this real red again. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's too early in the morning for me, I think. It's only like 8 in the morning, y'all, and I'm filming this. It's been so hot, so I open my windows, not open it, but I open my blinds so that I can get some natural light. And oh my gosh, it's just too hot. So I don't like to do it in the afternoon. This one we're gonna color too. I'm just gonna punch it first. And then I'm going to just punch the jar. I didn't line up the real red one very good. You know what I'm going to do, y'all? You know how I am. I have to make it right. I'm going to just stamp the jar again over that. So I'm just going to line up the jar over that one. It's easier to do the image inside of the jar, then the jar over the image. This one's stamped much better. I'm happier with that one. So let's punch that out. And this is where you would add your glossy accents or whatever you want to use on that. And then let it dry overnight because it does take long to dry. I tested it to see if you could probably heat it and dry it. But no, it didn't work that good. It created some bubbles, and yeah. I'm using my pecan pie, and we're going to color the lid, the pecan pie. So just do them ahead of time if you want to do that part. You don't need to. It's so adorable. It's just so cute. I'm going to use some dark, just a little bit of accent. Alright, now we're going to glue it to here. I'm going to use some wet glue, and I usually put it on the lid part, just at the bottom. And then we'll just lay it up here. Isn't this so cute? I think this is the cutest thing. I did love the sweet jar when we still have it, but I love the sweet jar, and now I just love this one even more because, you know, it's Christmas, and I just love Christmas. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our little hearts here. We're gonna glue them to the middle of the pecan pie one. And I just used my white gel pen to decorate it, but I'm gonna show you just what I did because it's super quick and easy. Okay, so I got my gel pen, and this is the Jelly Roll one. And on this one, I just put dots all the way around the edge. I need to get it going a little bit more. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper. And then on the outside, I just did a little of like a ruffle. You can decorate them. I wanted them to look like cookies. And then this one I just did, you know what, I'm going to just do, I did a line around it. We can do it different if we want here. And I did some dots around that. And I wanted to do something on the inside, and I did like a reverse ruffle. But I think I'm going to do some more dots in the middle of this one. We're going to change it up a little bit. Yeah. You can also glossy accent these too if you want. I didn't do that, but just throwing out some ideas for you. All right, so all our pieces are ready to go. Let's make this box. All right, let's get scoring this. And we're going to score it on the 8 3/4 inch side at 1 1/4. 3 3/4, 5, and 7 1/2. And then you're going to turn it on the 7-inch side, and you're going to score it at 1/2, 1 3/4, 5 1/4, and 6 1/2. All right, that's all our scoring. Okay, so you can start at either end because they measure the same on either end. So you can start on this end or this end. And what we're going to do here is we are going to cut down this one to the second score mark, and then you're going to cut across here. Okay, and then after cutting this one out, you are going to cut this off right here, this 1/2 inch piece, and you're going to cut off the other 1/2 inch piece on this side. You're going to keep this all intact, and then we're going to do the same on this side. You're just going to cut down here. You're going to cut down this one. And then we're going to cut off the 1/2 inch piece here. And then the 1/2 inch piece on this side. So this is how I get the flaps on the inside of this box. All right, now we're going to have to do some hand scoring. And what I'm going to do first is sharpen all of the score marks. You really need to sharpen these really good. So let's sharpen those all. Okay, so they're all sharpened. What I'm going to do is just fold these in, and we're going to score kind of right through these, both of these right here. Okay, so I grabbed my ruler, and we are going to start scoring, and you have to make sure you score these on the diagonal the right way. So you're going to score from the top of this part right here to the corner, just in this top corner piece. So it is right here in this corner piece right there. All right, and then you're going to do it on this side as well. So let's line that up. And you're going to score down there. And then we're going to flip it over, and you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to score from here to that corner. And then you're going to do the same on this one. And these are going to have to be sharpened as well. You can do this part with your fingers. It's a little bit easier, but can you see how it's going to fold like that? All right. So I just do it with my fingers to make it a little bit easier. And what you're going to do is we are going to add adhesive to this part right here, the inside parts. I'm going to use tear and tape for this kind of box. I really like to use tear and tape because it really keeps it really strong and together for a long time. So you can use wet glue if you want, but I really recommend tear and tape or some really strong adhesive. So I just put a strip on each one of these on the inside. And I've made these like years ago. Like I said, I modified these, and it works so good because they'll stay together with this tear and tape on it. For a minute I thought, did I put that on the wrong side? It's early, y'all. Okay. Now we're gonna press those down. And we're gonna remove those backings. And this goes together so easy. Oh, I just removed the whole thing. Golly, this morning. That's what happens if you don't press it down really good. All right. All right, we got all that adhesive on. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pull that up, and it's going to attach there. Just pull it up, attach there. You can just fold this down actually, and they will all just attach. Just like that. And then it's just going to pop up like that. And I loved that I added these to this. It just makes it so much nicer. Look how nice that box closes and stuff. And you can't see on the inside. That always bugs me. All right, I didn't put any matting on the sides because I didn't like it. I started to, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So we are going to go ahead and mat the top. So we're matting this piece, and we're matting the back and the front piece. You can also round the corners of these. I like this box square, but just another idea. And then we're doing this front piece right here. If you want to mat the sides, you can go ahead and do that as well. There's where that tear and tape hung over. I have to cut that off. All right. So I'm going to grab my magnets now. And I just got fresh magnets, y'all. I ran out. That's why I haven't used them much lately. But yeah, you need a plus and a minus. So, oh, I got the top on there. Oh boy, it's been a long day. A long day already, y'all. All right, need a plus and a minus for this one. For all of them, in fact. If you want to use your Velcro dots, go ahead and do that. And we're going to put one on the top here. Right in the middle. I think I'm going to make these for my coworkers this year. And then I just stick that one there. And I try to line it up press it down and see if I can get it to stick, and then I will press it down really good. But I love how it closes so nicely with the magnet. All right, now let's decorate it. All right, let's grab our pieces here. And this piece that I used was 4 inches long, but I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. I just left it longer so I can glue it on. And I'm just going to glue along the edge here. And I'm just, going to line that up. And then we'll just cut the edge here to line up. All right, I'm going to put this one on the bottom here. And then we're going to use some dimensionals for our little jar and our little cookies. So put our jar here. And let's put one on each of our cookies. It's never too early to start your Christmas projects, y'all. I went to Hobby Lobby the other day and to get that glossy accents because I wanted to use that for this. And they already have their Christmas stuff out. They already started putting it all out. They have all fall, and then they have your Christmas stuff. But look at how cute. Here's the other one, the one that I put the glossy accents on, but I like it just as well this way. In fact, I think I like it better without it because it kind of ran some of the ink on here, and I like the look of this one better. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com, where the inspiration sheet is. And I hope you all have a blessed day. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.